Hello and welcome back to Tsukihime. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time Shiki and Arquid did the thing. Yes, they had a passionate night together, and Shiki basically had the best day of his life, where he and Arquid basically shared their mutual feelings for each other. And after waking up, he finds a note saying bye, to where Shiki just kind of like panics. He looks all over town for Arquid, but he knows that he can't find her if she truly wants to stay hidden. So basically, he lives like the next few days of his life kind of like in a lull, going by his schedule, but really just thinking about Arquid this entire time. And after being called by his teacher to go to this room for a little bit so that they can talk to him about his night activities, they kind of forget about him, and he kind of just continues living in school for a little bit until it's kind of after hours, and he's like, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go home, or I gotta look for Arquid, or I gotta look for Roa. No matter what I choose, I step outside of the classroom and boom, suddenly something's off. There's this shadowy figure that approaches Shiki, and it gets closer, and he sees the face, and is that Roa? No, it's actually Shiki Tohno, but not our Shiki Tohno, but another Shiki Tohno, the third child of the Tohno family. And basically, after getting stabbed by Shiki Tohno, who also seems to have the mystic eyes, so Shiki should kind of be dead by now, he kind of turns into Roa, just loses a lot of his hair, but becomes more young, more sexy, or whatever it is. And then we kind of get saved by CL, who just kind of hops in through the window, engages with them a little bit, and then grabs Shiki and leaves. So right now we're kind of at that phase. I kind of forgot if I ended on a day end or not, so I'm starting here, but let's hop into it. But yeah, we got the Roa revelation. Is it the next day? Yes, it is. Day 13, the face of the moon. The picture is literally the moon, the face of the moon. Well, I'm excited because the plot has escalated super duper fast. And you know, when the plot goes, the plot goes. I've always been a stranger in my family. That's something I've known ever since I was young. From the time I was handed off to the Arimas. But honestly, it's been like that for much longer. It's no mystery why I felt like this. For as long as I can remember, I've been alone. There were people around me who seemed like parents, so I simply tried my best to be their child. My first home was the one with the old tatami mats, I think. After that, I was taken to a massive mansion for some reason. He didn't always live at the Tohno estate. There was a pair of siblings who were close in age to me when I moved there. We got along pretty well, I think. Though there was always a wall between me and their father. I tried. I did everything I could to fit in. I thought of him as my own parent, even though we weren't related by blood. Not related by blood. But all of that was cut short. There was a big accident. After that, I was taken to the hospital. No one came to visit, and my eyes changed. I was by myself to start with, and I ended up alone. Ah, there we go. So this is actually one other thing I did remember from the original game. So the entire time, or not the original game, the original manga, the entire time it made it seem like Shiki Tohno, the one we know, was actually part of the Tohno family, but he actually wasn't. In fact, the other Shiki Tohno that stabbed us was the original Shiki Tohno. Our Shiki Tohno, I guess Tohno wasn't actually his last name. I was like, wait, why did they name them both Shiki Tohno? But like, Shiki Tohno's last name wasn't originally Tohno. He got adopted into the family. And so the original siblings were the person who is now Roa and Akiha. So that also explains why people are like, you know, you siblings don't really look too alike. Because technically we're not related by blood, which means I can actually like Akiha and not feel weird. I was by myself to start with, and I ended up alone. Back then, I thought it'd be fine if I just disappeared. At least, until I met that magician, as beautiful as a clear blue sky. But why are you red? Shut up, Shiki. New day. Day 13, it seems. That dream felt familiar somehow. So that's the thing I don't get. I thought if you got stabbed on the lines of like the mystic eyes of death perception lines, you were basically guaranteed death unless you're like some mythical being like Arcuid. How's he alive? He's supposed to be human biologically. Idly, I voice my thoughts out loud. Though I can't move a single finger, I can at least talk again. My chest is wrapped in bandages. Someone must have removed the knife. As my senses return, I slowly realize that I'm back in my room. Oh, Akiha's here.
気がついたんですね。
アキハ、なんだ、そこにいたのか。
Yeah, okay. If I recall correctly, CL was like, I gotta bring you to Akiha, let's go. She's sitting beside the bed, carefully watching over me.
アキハ、お前。
Are we not related by blood? Unable to grasp the situation, I simply stare at her. She looks away awkwardly.
この傷は、さ。
I can't tell her it was inflicted by the other Shiki Tohno, by Roa. Actually, So, judging from this image, it seems like Shiki is not wearing his wearing his glasses. I guess it couldn't move him too much, and taking off his glasses might have been also too much. I don't know, but I thought maybe he'd wake up and see the lines on the wall again, or maybe even lines on Akiha. Last time when he was close to Akiha, like physically close, he started freaking out. That said, why is Akiha the one looking after me? Wouldn't you normally send someone to a hospital when they've taken a knife to the chest?
いいんです。
No, you take them to the morgue.
どうか楽にしてください。大体の事情は、あの人たちに聞きましたから。
Ah, she knows now.
あの人って先輩のことか。
Akiha nods heavily, her eyes downcast. This is bad. What does she mean by most of it? How much does she know? I can't relax until I find out just how much CL told her.
それで、アキハ、先輩はどうしたんだ？
She's behind the curtains, and the next CG is just like, shh! Oh my god, she's here all along.
客間を与えましたので、そちらで休んでいるのでしょう。本来ならあのような悪党、屋敷に入ることは許可しませんが、
That wretch.
仮にも兄さんを助けてくれた方です。
A wretch, huh? Akiha's even more ruthless than usual. I wonder what she has against the church. Oh, okay, I thought she was gonna say more.
その胸の傷は、四季に負わされたものですね。
Well, in an almost matter-of-fact tone, she probes the truth without a moment's hesitation.
言ったでしょ。大体の事情は聞いたと。
Well, I guess it wasn't 90%. I guess it was everything. Okay. I've been told that I can actually go to a specific line. I kind of forgot how. I'll have to look the comment again.
もっとも、聞かなくても兄さんの容体を見れば、一目でわかることですが。
Yeah, I got stabbed real bad. He also had some lightning powers, which I did remember him having. I'm so shocked. Get it? Shocked? Lightning? I can't even force a sound out of my throat. She's talking as if she knew him from the start.
アキハ、お前、四季のことを。
Well, duh, he's my brother.
ええ、知っています。私は全てを承知した上で、兄さんを屋敷に呼び戻したんですから。
Wait, that's the reason to... I thought she just wanted to hang out with Shiki because even though they're not blood related, they were still siblings, you know, and she didn't want to be alone. Although, I guess she wouldn't be if... the other brother was kind of being possessed by other vampires, so she didn't want to be with him.
ちょっと待ってくれ。全てを承知した上って、どういうことだよ、それ。
I know you've been hanging out with this blonde chick vampire who is actually like God, but whatever.
俺はまだ、正直整理がつかないんだ。子供の頃、俺とアキハの他にもう一人子供がいたのは確かだと思う。そうでないと辻褄が合わないからな。けど、それを聞いたら、お前は。
She told me there was no third child. She
それに
lied.
ついては謝ります。 私、兄さんには嘘ばかりついていました。今回のことも、こうなることが分かっていたのに、ずっと
wait.
嘘をついてごまかしていたんです。
So admittedly, it's been over a week since I played. I actually kind of forgot what the conversation with CL was before getting back to this room. Did they mention about whether or not the other Shiki killed our Shiki, or if our Shiki killed the other Shiki? Oh man, I forgot. We'll continue.
じゃあ3人目の子供はいたんだな。けどどうしてあいつは。
Why did he disappear from the mansion 7 years ago? My memories of that time are indistinct. There was a boy my age. We'd often play together. I've recalled that much. Sometimes Akiho would join us when she managed to slip away from the old man's watchful eye. But the rest is a total blank. I don't know why the other child disappeared. I don't even know why I forgot his name, a name he shared with me. For whatever reason, I forgot everything. I mean, to be fair, this isn't the first time we've seen something like this. CL was able to erase, the memory of her from everyone else, so I guess the Tohno mansion also has some magical stuff.
わからない。覚えていることといえば。
What I saw in that forest clearing, that hot summer day, the scene that's been drifting around the back of my mind ever since I came back to this mansion. Akiha was there, and so was I. And before us was the corpse of a young boy drenched in blood.
死体。
I think back on what the vampire said. Your debt is repaid. A death for a death. Which means...
あの夢は。俺は。
I killed him, didn't I? That's why he disappeared, and I'd forgotten all about it for the sake of my own convenience.
アキハ、俺は。
いいえ、違います。兄さんは誰も殺してはいません。
Alright. I've only killed one thing so far, and that was Vlove, even though I've basically killed like a whole bunch of people. I killed Arkwood, but she came back. I killed this Shiki, and he came back. I'm 1 for 3. Or 1 for 2. I forgot.
そう思い込むよう、お父様、当の牧久に言いつけられたんです。
親父に。
Now I'm more confused than ever. Why would he want to have concealed the truth?
それ、どういうことだ。アキハはすべて。7年前のことも、あの式のことも、全部知っているのか。
はい。式のことは、兄さんには思い出してほしくなかった。
Oh, whoops.
けど、それもおしまいですね。
Actually, I'm just gonna try to see what happens if I
隠し通すことなんて無理な話だったんです。
try to go back a line. So, Okay, so I can go back, but I don't know how to get to. Oh, listen to a voice recording. There we go.
それもおしまいですね。
I can do it. Yes.
初めから隠し通すことなんて無理な話だったんです。
Does that mean I'm not the heir of the Tohno? I'm not the eldest son of the Tohno family anymore. Does that mean I can do whatever I want? Her smile carries a hint of self-mockery. Yeah, it really does. Akiha turns straight towards me. I'm trying to remember the story.
遠野の家が特別な血族だということはあの人たちに聞いたでしょう。信じられないでしょうけど。
Oh.
遠野の血は人間以外の血が混ざっているんです。
I remember Dr. Arak said that she had a special constitution, which was like, I forgot, was it 1 in 10,000, which is already kind of like ridiculous. And that Akiha is like basically built different, even though Shiki was not. But that also kind of like, actually, I guess that also alleviates Shiki's worries about like things in his actually no, it doesn't. So originally Shiki was like, oh, I'm the eldest son, I have special powers, Ro must be inside me, oh no. But no, they're you know, it was the other Shiki. He was the eldest son actually. He also had special powers because he has mixed blood, mixed human, non-human blood, and some other stuff. So that still fits. But knowing, I guess what I'm trying to say is that to Shiki, knowing that Aki is not blood related, a lot of his worries kind of about Akiha kind of go away because he thought that if they were blood related, for example, mystic eyes are passed genetically, I believe. So like, would she also have the mystic eyes of death perception? No, she wouldn't also get this brain malfunction thing in case in the future or something. But she has a different issue, so she has this non-human blood. Is it vampire?
少なくとも私は幼い頃からお父様にそう教えられて育ってきました。もちろんそれを真っ当に信じてはいませんでしたけれど、信じざるを得ない出来事が起きてしまった。それが7年前の兄さんがシキに殺された事故です。
That always kind of confused me because like I know that Shiki woke up in the hospital due to the fact that he almost had a near-death experience, or not almost, he had a near-death experience, but he kept saying like he killed someone else and he heard the aftermath too, where like the family was like, how dare you, how could you do this, blah blah blah. But like in that case, how did he have the near-death experience? Oh, so Shiki killed him, which is why he was so close to death and he unlocked his mystic eyes.
殺されたって、俺がシキに。
Okay, so how did I come back? I'm not Arcuid, I can't just back together. Akiha nods silently, but that doesn't sound right. It should be the other way around. A death for a death, he says. If the bloody corpse I saw in my memories was the other Shiki, doesn't that mean I'm the one who killed him?
遠野家の人間は個人差はあれど、年を取るごとに自分の中の異なる血が増えていきます。
That is true. I
この血
remember.
はあまりいいものではないんです。
I remember the journal we read in the bad end said that like most of them died from at a young age, but that young age kind of varied. You can say it was like one of them committed self-harm at the age of 18. Some lived up to 30 and died from other causes. I think the oldest one was like 50, but like I mean for a long lifespan, or not long, for a lifespan of a human that isn't dying from external causes, that's still relatively short.
遠野の血筋に混ざっている意志は人とは違った生存本能を持っている。人間らしい部分を理性とするのなら、意志の部分は本能、銃声と言えるものです。
I mean, Shiki is also driven by bestial impulses.
アキハ、それは。
分かってます。にわかには信じられない話でしょうから、今は黙って聞いてください。
No, what I'm trying to say is that sounds about right. I've also had these urges to kill.
けれど、遠野の血筋のものが人として終わってしまうのは年老いてからなんです。
Okay, so marks the end of our existence as humans, so they turn into something else at a certain age, and that age varies with everyone.
私の
Gotcha.
兄のように、四季のように幼年期に反転してしまう例なんて今までなかった。遠野の人間が持つ異能にはそれぞれ個人差があるそうです。外見が全く変わらないものがいれば、本当に体の形が変わってしまうものもいる。
I didn't really remember this from the original, to be honest.
四季は典型的な後者でした。
Oh, he had physical changes.
後者。体の形が変わるってこと。
So now that Shiki Tohno's, out in the open, I can at least say this. I remember the Shiki Tohno in the manga having white hair, but it seems like they changed it to be black in this one. I don't know what's up with that, but I guess that's how they decided to do it.
はい。なぜ四季があんな幼さで狂ってしまったかはわかりません。ただある日、何の前触れもなく反転してしまった。 その時四季に襲われたのが兄さん。
Inverted, okay.
あなたなんです。
四季が俺に襲いかかった。
An uneasy feeling rises under the skin, an ache tracing the contours of my scar.
その時の場所があの森の広場なんです。兄さんは四季に胸を貫かれて瀕死の状態でした。そこに父が駆けつけて四季を止めたんです。
Okay?
理性を失っていた四季を止めるには息の根を止めるしかない。遠野家の当主にはそうやって反転してしまった一族のものを処理する義務があります。
Damn, so Makihisa had to kill his own son, but he didn't actually end up doing it because he's still alive.
ですから兄さんが見た血まみれの式というのは
Oh.
父に処理された後の式ではないでしょうか。
Never mind. Okay. But why is he still alive then? I was wondering about the inconsistency because like that boy in his flashback looked pretty injured, at the very least knocked out. Not the look of someone who just killed, well, quote unquote me, Shiki Tohno. The memory still eludes me, just out of reach. It feels like there was something else, something important that I'm forgetting about. Wow! And there's one more thing. Somewhere in the midst of the hazy memories, I know that I took a life with my own hands. No matter what anyone says, something's telling me that I took a life there, in that forest.
幸い兄さんは奇跡的に一命を取り留めました。
Some that sounds like BS, to be honest.
あとは兄さんの記憶にある通り、当の四季は事故に巻き込まれたと偽証をして病院に運ばれたんです。私が当主に決まったのはこの一件が原因です。
It's kind of weird because clearly the next head was meant to be the other Shiki Tohno, but Akiha seemed like she was under constant surveillance by the father and basically raised to be the next head, had a lot of studies, but the older Shiki brother seemed to have more free time than Akiha.
一度でも反転した者は当主には迎え入れられない。
Does that mean the father didn't invert? I'm glad that Akiha hasn't inverted yet. I do remember the notebook saying something about the girl having something. I forgot.
四季は跡継ぎではなくなり、唯一父の血を継いでいる私が当主として育てられました。
I see. So that's why Akiha was saddled with the responsibility of inheriting the hold on.
アキハ、それおかしい。だってさ、その反転してしまったのは四季の方だろ。
Yeah, so why is he alive?
俺はそのまともじゃないのか。
驚いた。兄さん、こんな話を信じてくれるんですか？
I've seen vampires and I've seen frickin' Shiki and Roa and you don't even know. I have no choice to believe this.
あのな、お前がこんな嘘をつくわけがないし、こういう話には慣れているというか、とにかく話の続きだ。アキハが当主に選ばれた理由、俺が有馬の家に預けられた理由を教えてほしい。
簡単です。
Not related by blood.
兄さんにはどうしても遠野家を告げないわけがあった。本当にそんなことさえ忘れてくれていたんですね。
It really did a number on my brain.
その蜃気楼がずっと続いてくれたらよかったのに。
アキハ。
Man, she seems so sad about all this. Oh, man.
兄さんは遠野家の人間ではないんです。
He's just like, whew, thank God I hated this family, except for you.
ただ父の気まぐれで、私の兄である四季と同じ名前というだけで養子に取られた子供でした。
What the fuck? Wait, no, I think there were more reasons, but in that case, who is Shiki? Shiki's bloodline has to be very okay. our Shiki's bloodline has to be very important because of the mystic eyes. So, I mean, who is it? What?
兄さんと私、それに四季、私たちは本当の兄弟として育てられました。兄さんと四季はとても仲が良くて、私も幼心に嫉妬するぐらいでした。けれど、
When Shiki turned.
四季があんなことになってしまった時に、全てが狂ったんです。
Man, I really like this song. It's got the right tinge of like creepiness.
お父様は四季を内々に処理した。けれど対外的に遠野家の長男を亡くしてしまうことはできなかった。
Oh wow.
遠野家は社会的にも地位のある家柄でしょ。だから軽率に跡継ぎである長男がいなくなりましたと周りには知らせられなかった。そこで父は思いついたんです。
So this other boy
四
departed
季
from
に
the
殺され
world.
かけた当の四季を実子として扱い、反転して人間で亡くなった四季を事故で死亡した養子として扱えばいいと。その時、
Oh,
兄さんと四季は入れ替わったんです。
that is a new image. I haven't seen this image of Akiha before.
殺された側が生き残って、殺した側が死んでしまった。それが兄さんと四季の関係なんです。
じゃあなんだ、俺は秋葉の兄貴なんかじゃなくて遠野の人間でもなくて。
Damn, the background disappeared too. And of course, I'm not related to the Arimas either.
俺はどこの誰だっていうの。
That's what I wanna know.
ごめんなさい。もう誰もその質問には答えられません。
Damn, Makihisa.
兄さんは四季という名前をしていた子供はもうどこにもいないんです。四季という子供は7年前に死んでしまった。それは命としての死ではなく存在としての死です。戸籍も過去も家もその記憶ももうどこにも残ってはいない。兄さんが当の四季の代わりになった7年前に全部父が処分してしまいましたから。
Shiki does remember his old house though. They mentioned tatami mats, I believe. Oh.
だから兄さんは有馬の家に預けられたんです。世間体のために。遠野家の長男は生きていなくてはならない。けれど本当は血がつながってはいないから跡継ぎにはさせられない。お父様は事故で体が弱っていると理由をつけて兄さんを有馬の家に追放した。
Wow.
二度と遠野の家に立ち入らせないようにと残った私に言いつけて。
He adopted Shiki and then was like, yeah, fuck off. There's a trembling in her voice. Actually, I guess he was adopted a little bit earlier, but still. She dropped her head, fighting something stirring in her chest. She must feel guilty over what happened to me. But she shouldn't. I don't blame her in the slightest. In fact, I'm incredibly grateful to know that Akiha cares for me so deeply. That said, there's something that I need to ask her about.
ダメだ、疑問点がまだ2つもある。話を続けてくれ、秋葉。まず1つ目、まあこっちは別に些細な疑問というか確認なんだけど、俺が遠野の人間じゃないのは分かった。遠野の血が普通と違うのも信じるよ。でもそうなると俺の目の説明ができないというか。
He hasn't told her about his eyes yet.
実は俺も少しだけおかしな体質をしているんだけど、これってたまたまなのかな。
わかりません。確かに父は気まぐれで養子を取るような人ではありませんでしたから。兄さんを養子に取ったのも何かしら訳があってのことだったのかもしれません。
Oh, she doesn't know. And come to think of it, I don't think we've never told her, and I don't know if anyone in the household actually knows about it. It's possible maybe there were notes about it in the hospital room, but Shiki first learned about it when he was in the hospital, and pretty much told mainly Aoko and, you know, Arkwood later on, but honestly, like, no one else.
そうか。まあ、この際自分が何者かなんてことは
I
本
don't
当
know,
に
man.
どうでもいいんだ。秋葉もそんなに気にしないでくれ。そのさ、俺生きてるだけでラッキーだって思うんだ。本当なら死んでいたような傷だったんだろう。ならこうしていられるだけで幸運だよ。
Yeah, that stuff doesn't really matter. There's something else I need to know.
二つ目の疑問。四季は
Yeah,
どうして生きて
asking
る
the
んだ。
real questions.
兄さん、それは。
おかしいだろ、あいつが生きているのは。四季は遠野の血に負けて反転とやらをしたんだろう。そうして俺を殺して親父に息の根を止められた。ならああして生きているはずがない。
Thank you, Shiki, for asking the questions that we need to have answered.
可能性があるとしたら一つだけだ。
Wow.
俺が一命を取り留めたようにあいつも一命を取り留めた。
They both clung to life. They both just refused to die.
いや、もしかすると親父は息の根を止めなかったのかもしれないな。
Oh. Oh, that's what the locked room is for. Because in the room, they locked up all the windows and everything. And I think there was another room that was... I don't know if the windows were locked up, but there was something... There were a lot of locks in that really dark room in Makihisa's office. So he must have kept him there. That means Shiki didn't survive on his own. It means Makihisa must have made it so that he didn't die.
どんなに狂ってしまっても血を分けた自分の息子だ。だから殺せず人目につかないところで養生させていたんじゃないのか。俺が病院に担ぎ込まれたみたいに。
Akia doesn't answer. The fact that she can't lie is both her strength and her weakness. Aw. Looks like I was right on the money.
そうか。それで四季がまともに戻ったら塔の式として屋敷に呼び戻すつもりだったんだろうな。
Sounds like Makihisa?
あの親父のことだから。
そんなことは。
Man, I don't have a good image of Makihisa, even though we've never seen him. But I'm really glad that there is someone in this really broken family that actually genuinely cared for Shiki, our Shiki. I hate this because every time I say Shiki now, I have to distinguish which one it is. That's one of the reasons why I remember really liking Akiha in the manga, because she, despite the responsibility she has and despite the fact that she's like super strict, I remember she genuinely just cared for Shiki, even though, you know, clearly it wasn't her route. And it was really nice to see that he had an ally here, despite the fact that she didn't seem like one, because it felt like she was hiding some stuff, because, you know, she was always really, honestly, kind of like a tiger mom a little bit. Even though she's younger than us, she's very strict with everything, but there was like rhyme and reason to it, and it was all because she really cared for, you know, her adoptive older brother, not related by blood. Akiha can't bring herself to refute it.
いいんだ。秋葉が悪いわけでもないし親父が悪いわけでもない。もちろん四季が悪いわけでもない。
Then whose fault is it?
原因はさ、本当にたまたまなんだよ。
God damn it, Chance, it's all your fault.
たまたま運が悪くてよその国のイカれたやつが四季に入っちまっただけなんだ。本当に悪いものがあるとすれば、それは四季を狂わせたものだけだ。
Sorry, he's like, no one could have predicted this. Meanwhile, 2 episodes earlier, Mario's like, we predicted that it would be a Tohno family member and someone who has special blood and a male. So no, someone definitely predicted it. Akiha remained silent, her head hung low. I guess this is where our conversation ends. To be honest, I didn't want to learn the truth about myself. Right now, I need to meet up with Arcuit as soon as I can.
ごめん。少し疲れた。眠るから、外に出てくれないか。
So they're not going to explain how he survived. It's just like, oh yeah, you just happened to survive. That's bullshit.
はい。兄さんがそう言うのでしたら。
Akia heads for the door.
アキハ。
One question still lingers in my mind.
何ですか兄さん。
ああ。アキハは、どうして俺をこの屋敷に呼んでくれたんだ。
Ah.
俺は、本当の兄貴じゃないのに。
So now that everything's like out in the air, he wants to know the real reason. I think I'm going to be right.
そんなバカなこと言わないでください。
And she's tsundere about it.
私にとって兄さんはあなただけです。今も昔も。兄さんは忘れてしまっただろうけど、子供の頃からずっと、当の明葉にとって、兄さんはあなただけなんです。シキ。
Damn. She's like, this other Shiki, no longer my brother. The door opens with a heavy sound, and then she leaves. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. So now that the truth's out and Shiki's... I mean, he's in pretty bad shape. He couldn't move his entire body other than his mouth to talk, it seems like. Although clearly he was able to sit up and, you know, see from that angle. With Akia gone, I can finally take stock of my own situation. It's just past 10 in the evening. Only 4 hours have passed since the bastard knifed me. My body refuses to budge. It feels like I've turned into a robot, one operated by a remote control that's been lost. My mind is clear. I don't even feel pain, yet I can't move my limbs at all. I expel a deep breath to calm myself. By trying to move an entire arm or leg in a single push, I'm only setting myself up for failure. If I want to make this work, I've got to start smaller. I focus my entire being towards the simple act of wiggling my right pinky. Every ounce of strength is focused into that one tiny finger. Every last fraction of concentration is condensed into a single point. It feels like the muscles in my body might rip themselves apart from the exertion. After a few minutes of concentrated effort, I'm completely drenched with sweat, but I managed to twitch my little finger a teeniest bit. If you're able to move, it's better than not being able to move at all. So you confirm that he's not paralyzed. Finally. With a loud heave, I release a breath I've been holding. It might have just been one finger, but it's proof that I can still move my body. It's all I need to shake the feeling that I'm not some helpless puppet with its strings cut. Now that I remember the sensation of the sensation of touch feels like, I can force the motion of my pinky to my ring finger to my palm, my elbow, my arm, my shoulder. Got my entire arm now. The more of my body I reclaim, the more the pain flares. The lack of pain earlier must have been due to my entire body being numb with paralysis. So it makes sense that I regain control of my nerves. The pain will only grow. He can't be loud because if he is, then Akia will be like, no, you need rest. You need rest. A thick sweat gathers on my forehead. I can feel a stabbing pain throughout my body. But I need to persevere. If I don't regain my senses, I won't be able to leave my room. If I can't leave my room, then I can't head back to town, to the school, to the place where I can meet Arcuit again. Fighting back the nausea, I force my torso up. There. I did it. It's probably gonna take everything I have just to walk there, but that's fine. It's a miracle I survived after Roa struck me at that point. Asking for more would just be tempting fate. I inspect the spot where the knife penetrated my skin. That's strange. There isn't a single point of death on my chest. Surely enough, my body possesses 2 such points, but neither is anywhere in the places he stabbed me. Huh. That means that other Shiki doesn't actually have the mystic eyes of death perception. Oh, interesting. Oh? I'm struck by a calm realization. Of course he didn't stab one of my points of death. If he had, I would have dropped dead on the spot. Even Vlove, an undying monster, was no exception to the rule. So if Shiki had actually stabbed me in one of those spots, someone like me wouldn't have had a chance. I wonder what he stabbed then. As I pondered the situation, I spent a long few moments pulling my coat over my shoulders. But just then, a gentle knock comes from the door, followed by my supposed senior entering the room. Oh, it's CL! It's CL! I just recently saw CL's kit in FGO, and she has an ascension.
Tohno-kun? 絶対安静だって言われたでしょ?
I have to talk about this.
なんで起き上がろうとしているんですかあなたは!
She has an ascension where she is CL Sensei and she summons Neko Arc, and that's amazing. Oh my god.
行きますよ海生物どんな場面でもあなたのせいで台無しです無知やいディリルディなので地上の地平に行ってください
She hurries to my bed. I take a second to observe her in silence.
何ですかトーノくん私の顔何かついてます？
メガネがついてる。
God damn it, Shiki. There's no time for that. Let me look at your legs.
トーノくんとお揃いですね。
Yeah, I should be the heroine. You should do my route. She chuckles softly at the dumb joke. It's nice. She's still the same old CL. Even after she told me she's disappeared from my life, she still came to save me. She may be strong enough to go toe-to-toe with Roa, but the rest of her is still unchanged.
ありがとう。また先輩に助けられた。
これで荒事は2回目です。いい加減次は見捨てますから覚悟していてくださいね。
Okay, so this is confirmation that it's CL who threw the knife in the fight against Vlove, because Noelle didn't know about it. Mario wasn't there, I think, and she's the only one other person. I had my suspicions, but yeah, this is like straight confirmation. Huh? I was talking about our conversation at the site of the wreckage. She must have saved me some other time without me even noticing.
そっか。2回目だったんだ。わかった。覚悟しとくよ。次は必ずやられる前にやることにする。
She's gonna be like, that's not something I wanted to hear because, like, I don't want you to go after him. CL stares me down.
トーノくん、もしかしてまだ懲りてないんですか?
I don't know how to read. How can I learn?
懲りてないも何も。俺は被害者だよ。あっちから問答無用でやってきたんだ。懲りるも何もないだろう。
それはそうですけど、トーノくん、やる気満々じゃないですか。
I let CL's comment pass in silence. I'm not sure what sort of face I'm making, but I do know I've got no intention of resting here when I could be taking action.
先輩、質問していいですか?
No!
嫌です。と言っても、トーノくんには通じないようですね。
Okay, it's finally official. I'll teach you as CL Sensei. Yeah.
いいですよ。それでトーノくんがおとなしくしてくれるなら安いものです。しばらくおしゃべりにお付き合いしちゃいます。
CL takes a seat in the same chair that Akiha was sitting in before. I was so certain she'd refuse me, but here she is. I still don't understand her at all.
マリオも来ているんですか? あと、ノエル先生は?
先生は自宅療養中です。マリオでしたら、下でアキハさんと交渉中ですね。今後の対策の打ち合わせと、まあ、急所の探り合いでしょうか。
Yeah, they would do that. And Mario would be like insanely impolite the entire time. And Akio would probably reciprocate that in kind. I didn't expect Mario to be here. Noelle is recovering because Mario probably broke a lot of her bones while controlling her as a puppet. CL speaks dispassionately. Mario and CL might be connected through the church, but it seems like there's no love lost between them. Yeah, they didn't really seem like they were working together well.
じゃあ聞きます。さっきのやつがロアなんですね。
はい。あれが今代のロアの転生体です。7年前に遠野くんの命を略奪した遠野四季。そのあたりの事情は明葉さんに聞きました？
I'm just imagining, what if Akiha didn't explain it to me and you just said, oh, the Shiki who killed you 7 years ago. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, wait, what?
ああ、聞いた。なんだ先輩、明葉と仲良くなったの？
ええ、嫌われてますよ。明葉さんは異端狩りという私の仕事も嫌いなら、私自身のことも気に食わないそうです。
Akiha didn't say what type of blood she had. I wonder if something that the executors would find offense in, try to kill. Are the church against the Tohnos?
ですね、並大抵の嫌われようじゃありません。この件が片付き次第、殺し合いをするのも辞さない感じです。
Oh wait, I just realized that it would explain Dr. Arak's her, I don't want to say position, but her existence in this mansion. So Makihisa and Arak knew each other personally, so that means that he knows that she can take care of them. So she's gonna be involved in all this wacky stuff too. But they definitely need a personal physician for this, because they can't just go to like the hospital and be like, yeah, we're kind of cursed. Sorry, did you say there's a blood drive? No, I can't do that. CL says something quite alarming with the eerily casual smile.
そっか。まあそれは置いておいて。話はロアに戻るんだけど、奴の住処はうちの学校だったんですか？
ロアの隠れ家は他にも複数あったようですが、現在あの校舎を根城にしているのは間違いないようですね。
Why didn't the teacher remember about me? I would have left earlier.
アルクエイドがロアの死者たちを残らず排除した結果、自分から動き出したんだと思います。
Oh, that's cool. It shows that basically what we've been doing has actually had effect. Huh. In other words, Arkwit hasn't found him yet, which means I still have a chance of catching her in time.
遠野くん？
あ、いえ、考え事をしてました。けど、どうしてロアはうちの学校なんかを住処にしてるんですか？
I feel like the answer might be because fuck you, Shiki.
そもそもあれは本当にロアなのかな？なんか聞いていたのとイメージが違いすぎて。
He's exactly how I imagined it because of random screenshots I've seen from Type Lumina.
そのイメージというものが間違いですね。
Oh, true. He keeps changing, so there's no point in imagining anything about him.
ロアは転生する吸血鬼。その時の姿や性格、思考性が変化するのは当然です。いいですか、遠野くん。ロアが転生先に選んだ肉体は、ロアとは別の人格、人間として育ちます。知性が十分に育たなければ、ロアは己を発揮できませんから。そうして一個人として成長した人間の全てを苗床にして、ロアは姿を現します。
Did you have to word it that way? His personal seedbed?
よりしろがロアに変身するのではなく、
So it's not immediate?
ロアの思想をよりしろが受け継ぎ、新しいロアになると考えてください。
So they kind of combine. It's kind of like, you know how like a lot of isekais, people just wake up in a new body, but really it's like, I guess it's kind of more like this, where it's in some isekais, or not even isekais, but reincarnation stories, they actually like, even if they wake up at the age of 5, it's more like their memories come back at the age of 5. They still retain all the memories from 1 to 5, including all the memories from another world. And it seems like this might be the case where it's just like, yeah, this person, it's not that it's Roa taking over this person. It's more like, it's not Roa taking over this person. It's Roa plus this person. It's just that Roa is a little bit more dominant since he's got years of, I don't know, will.
ですので、ロアとして覚醒した後も、その代のロアの行動原理は、肉体に沿うものになりがちです。
肉体に影響される。じゃああいつは間違いなく四季の考え方を持ったロアということなんですか？
半々の状態といったところでしょうか。 転生先となった塔のシキの意識は7年間洗脳状態だった。
So Roa was in his body for 7 years? But I thought he said like, oh, the Shiki's gone now. I am now completely Roa after quote unquote killing our Shiki.
だからシキ本人の自我が弱い時、思想はオリジナルの初代ロアのものに近くなる。
Oh, okay.
あれがこんなケースはロアの歴史の中でも珍しいことでしょうね。ある意味ロアという人物はもう存在しないんです。あそこにいるのは永遠という事柄、不老不死を求める脅迫観念に過ぎません。
Eternal immortality, okay.
厄介なのはその脅迫観念に意志と歴史、積み重ねた魔道の知識があるということ。ロアは不老不死の探求を続けられるのなら自分が何をしようと構わない。シキ本人の意志、シキの欲求を止めることはしません。むしろ欲望の達成を手助けするでしょう。よりしろの確執が消えれば思想は完全にロアだけのものになりますから。
So right now it's kind of like it's both Roa and Shiki, but once Shiki achieved his goal, he was just like, "Yep, Roa, you can take over now. Your turn. I did what I wanted to do."
シキ本人のやりたいこと。
That's what Shiki himself wanted.
はい。おそらく彼はアルクエイドから隠れることより、トーノ君、あなたの殺害を第一としていたはずです。
シキの目的が俺の殺害ってどうして？
Just fuck you, Shiki.
そうですね。言いにくいことですが、塔のシキにとってあなたは自分を殺した人だからだと思います。
Huh. Well, I didn't do anything.
殺されたのはこっちの方なのに。あべこべですよ、それ。
でも塔野くんは生きている。そしてシキは殺されてしまった。その結果、あなたは塔のシキになってしまったでしょ。
It's Makihisa's fault. Everything.
シキは塔野の身内たちの手によって処罰された後、奇跡的に蘇生しました。けれどその後に自分の家に戻っても彼の居場所はなくなっていたんです。
I thought Makihisa kept him alive.
だって塔野家の長男はきちんと生きていて、妹の明葉さんと暮らしていたんですから。
Huh. But there is some kind of identity crisis here, so it would make sense for Shiki to still, other evil Shiki to be, I guess, extremely jealous of our Shiki. So to the point where it's like, yeah, you stole my life away from me. What is yours was mine.
ある意味、あなたは塔野シキという人物を殺してしまったんです。彼の帰る場所をあなたが全て奪ってしまった。塔野巻久によって幽閉されていたシキが自分として暮らしていたあなたにどんな感情を抱くかは分かりやすすぎるぐらいです。
シキにとって俺は自分の名前を使って塔のシキになりすましている偽物なわけか。
はい。シキは何よりもあなたを憎んでいたんだと思います。
It's not like I'm all too happy with the arrangement that we wound up with either, but I suppose that wouldn't matter much to Shiki. To him, I'm just some despicable fraud. The man who stole his place in the world. And it's not like his resentment faded with time. Rather, he spent the past 7 years nurturing it and letting it fester. Yeah. Looking at it this way, of course he wants to kill me. Okay, so that kind of answers a lot of the questions.
殺されたのは俺の方なんだ。
It makes sense why they both have the mystic eyes, because they were both quote-unquote killed. It makes sense why the other Shiki is angry for killing me, even though, you know, he killed me. Yeah, okay, fine, yeah.
塔野。
He's not the only one who got robbed of his existence. 7 years ago, I would have been 10, and that 10-year-old me has been completely erased. I don't know anything from before then. I don't have any memories of my childhood. It's not like I long to meet my real parents, but everything I might have held dear no longer exists. I don't even know my old last name. Shiki. Okay, so his name is not originally Shiki Tohno. And because, you know, the old Makihisa thought, was like, oh, they're both named Shiki, I'll just adopt him and they'll both be Shiki Tohno. That'd be funny. Okay, so that's why they both have the same name. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So I was like, it's stupid to name two sons the same way, but okay, this makes sense. Shiki, the child I once was, is gone without a trace.
遠野くん、憎しみで戦おうとするのはいけないことです。
Ciel chides me, perhaps sensing something worrisome in my idle murmuring, though I'm afraid her concern is misplaced.
そんなんじゃないです。俺がロアを殺すのは別の理由ですから。
Because I'm simping.
憎しみはないんですか？
全くないわけじゃないけど、それはただあるだけの話です。憎しみの他にも思うところはありますから、それとは関係のないところでロアは放っておけない。放っておくと一人とんでもない無茶をするやつがいる。だから俺も急がないと。最後まで手伝うって、
Oh, he's keeping his
あいつと約
promise.
束したんだから。
That's right. I don't have the time to rest up here. Not when she's bearing her pain with a smile this entire time.
わかりません。どうしてそこまで彼女に肩入れするんですか？アルクエイドは吸血鬼です。遠野くんとは違うものじゃないですか。
Because she's
それも
hot.
関係ないですよ。俺はアルクエイドだから肩入れするんです。仮にあいつが人間だろうと怪獣だろうと。
Nasu, put away your giantess fetish, please. No, we don't need a big Arcuid. Actually, I shouldn't call her that. She's suck up a storm if she heard.
人魚だろうと結果は変わらない。
Whether she's human or mermaid, yeah, mermaid.
俺はあいつそのものに惚れてるんです。
He says it out loud. Staring straight into Ciel's eyes, I declare my feelings for Arcuid. But I wanted to be best girl. Oh. She quickly clasps her hands over her cheeks, which are flushing red for some reason.
はあ、あくまで彼女に協力すると言うんですね、遠野くんは。
Of course. Which is why I'll head for the school the second my body allows it. There's a chance that Arcuid could find Roa and become embroiled in the battle. The instant she does, her safety is no longer a guarantee. It's dubious how much help I can offer her in my current state, but still better than letting her go at it alone.
無理ですね。たとえ遠野くんが満足に動けたところで、今の彼女ではロアには対抗できません。
対抗できないって、どうしてそう断言できるんですか？
単純な足し算ですから。彼女は一度決壊した吸血衝動を抑えて活動している。そのために能力はさらに低下し、ロアの半分にも満たないでしょう。
Damn, Arcuid keeps getting nerfed. This full power Arcuid, we're never gonna see this full power Arcuid. Damn it.
遠野くんの力はロアの半分もありませんから、遠野くんが協力したところでロアには太刀打ちできません。
Do you wanna join in?
そもそも彼女は死にかかっています。能力が弱っているのに自分の衝動を抑えつけている。私たちで言うのなら、肺が潰れているのに動き回っているようなものです。
I got stabbed in the chest and I'm still moving. No. What the hell? She's dying? Why? How? I knew she was suffering, but it never seemed like she was anywhere near that bad.
もちろん、それは吸血衝動を抑えなければ回復できるものです。楽になりたいのなら人間の血を吸えばいい。けれどアルケイドは二度と人の血は吸わないでしょう。だからロアを追いかける限り、彼女は自分から死に近づいているんです。
ふざけるな、そんなの。
I jump up from the bed and everything really freaking hurts. Oh, and immediately collapse to the ground. It's not even a graceful fall. Instead, I hit the ground like a discarded piece of trash. I forgot. I didn't practice my legs. It's so pathetic. It makes me want to curl up and die. Arcuid is out there, pushing herself against the world, and I'm too frail to even walk.
無茶はしないでください。傷自体は合ってないようなものですけど、遠野くんの生命力は空っぽなんです。 ロアの今代の転生体、四季の能力でしょう。あなたはナイフで刺されただけで、ごっそりと命そのものを削り取られたんです。
命
Carved away at your very life. So that's his version of the mystic eyes, I guess? Because his is clearly different. He didn't stab the point of death. But he stabbed a... Huh, that's weird. So Shiki, our Shiki can see life. I'm just gonna call the new Shiki Roa from now on because it's just easier. So Roa can see, I guess, lifelines, and by cutting the lifelines, it'll get rid of the life in the body, but Shiki's will grant death when he cuts it. Okay. My life?
生命を活動させる動的な結合力。平たく言えばエネルギーですね。生きている限り動的な結合力は作り出されますけど、その蓄積量は個人差があるんです。一人の体から取り出せる生命力は無尽蔵ではなく限度がある。蓄積している生命力を一瞬にして奪われたら、その個体は生命活動を停止するんです。
Life force. The thing that sets someone in motion.
それは物を生かしている。
Okay, yeah, I guess that's how it works.
そうですね。厳密に言うと死ではありません。ガソリンが切れてしまったから動かなくなるということですから。
Oh, it's basically Roa's version is getting rid of the gasoline while Shiki's version is getting rid of the car.
エンジンは壊れていないんですから、エネルギーさえ戻ればまた走り出せます。
CL moves to stand me up and lay me back down on the bed. Oh, that means Shiki didn't die because someone gave him, give me your energy. Someone gave him some energy and he was able to live.
いい。もう横にはならない。
もう自分一人じゃ立ってられない人が何を言ってるんですか。横になるのが嫌でしたらこうしてください。
With a forceful push, CL has me sit on the bed. The act of sitting is enough to send my breathing into disarray. Fuck! I love it whenever it's just one word. Fuck! I'll never make it to school at this rate. Even if I could find Arcuid, I'd only slow her down.
いいんですよ。遠野くんはもう戦わなくて、ロアのことならあと数日もあれば決着がつきますから。
The church will take care of it.
決着って。
Time to nuke the town.
ロアの転生体が特定できましたから、法王町、私たちの本拠地ですけど、そこに妖精が通ります。
The Holy See? See what?
今回はマーリオもいますし、3日もあれば十分な数の代行者が送り込まれますから、ロアはそれでおしまいです。
Avengers, assemble!
結局、また同じことの繰り返しになりますけど、とりあえずそれで、今代のロアは処理できます。
3 days. Wait, 3 days?
ダメだ。そんなもの待ってられない。今夜にでもアルクエドはロアとやり合うかもしれないんだ。
Don't care.
だったらそんなもの何の意味もないじゃないか。
I force my power into my legs. Somehow masking my ragged breathing, I get up from the bed.
先輩、俺のナイフどこだ。
I'ma kill him! I'ma kill him!
私が預かってますけど、あなたに渡すと思いますか。
What if I say please?
思わないけど人のものを取り上げないでほしい。
That's not very holy church of you, man.
確か何時盗むべからずなんでしょう。
That's pretty much it. He's like, that's not very holy of you. CL takes a knife out of her habit with a resigned sigh.
この担当は遠野くんのですからお返ししますけど、学校に戻るつもりなんですか。
I'll put it right where I found it. Shank.
何度もそう言ってる。アルクエイドがロアを見つける前に俺が。
Put an end to him. If Shiki is after my life, then we'll wind up clashing one way or another. If so, I should go there and kill him myself to protect Arcuid.
そんな体でですか？やっぱりわかりませんね。あなたがそこまで彼女にこだわる理由、聞かせてください。それを聞かせてくれるのなら、私はもう止めませんから。
You already gave it. He loves her. It's the same question as before. Sending strength into my trembling knees, I reaffirm my resolve that I might still instill them with the strength to burst out of here.
俺は
Why do I want to help her? Because I like her? Because it's fun to be around her? I'd just be lying to myself if I said that. There's one far more deep-rooted reason. One which trumps everything else.
あいつ一人だからさ。なんかほっとけないんだ。多分理由はそんなものだよ。
嘘です。そんなことで自分の命をないがしろにはできません。真面目に答えてください、遠野くん。そんな理由じゃ私は納得できません。
いや、本当に理由はそんなことなんだ。あいつは今まで一人で楽しいことがいっぱいあるってことも知らなくて、ずっとバカみたいに一人だった。
I made that joke so many times.
そんなのは寂しすぎるだろ。そんな意味のない人生、俺は許せない。だから。
That's why I just want to show her that this world has so much going on, even if the majority is pointless crap. Learning all about it, experiencing it for yourself, is the joy of living. It's a truth so simple, even children understand it.
ただ、
Yeah, it's a
教
face.
えてやりたかった。
Let me teach you. Shiki sensei.
あいつはあんなに楽しそうに笑っていたけど、そんなのは誰にでも手に入れられるものなんだって教えてやりたかった。世の中にはもっともっとつまらない悩みなんて消し飛ぶぐらい楽しいことがあるんだって何回でも連れ回したかった。
He just really likes her, yeah.
当たり前のように感じられるようにあいつを幸せにしてやりたかった。
My desire doesn't come from sadness. It's a simple, honest wish from the bottom of my heart. I want her to be able to smile always, because there's nothing I find more radiant, more lovely, more beautiful.
だってそうだろ。あいつは今まで救われなかった分、その何倍も幸せにならなくちゃいけない。帳尻は合わせないと嘘だ。だいたいあいつが一人で亡くなる方法なんて簡単すぎる。そんなことで悩んでるとか
He just has to be
バカみた
there.
いだ。
Yeah. Yeah, it's a piece of cake. All she needs is someone she can talk to, and the freedom to do what she wants.
きっとさ、それは誰にだってしてやれることなんだ。
It could be you, Ciel. Hell no.
他の誰でもあいつを幸せにすることはできる。だから確かに俺がこんなみっともない体でこんな風に躍起になる必要はない。他の誰にだってあいつを一人で亡くすことができるんだから。
I know it all too well, but I'm not doing this for some logical reason.
けどダメなんだ。他の誰かになんて任せられないし、このままあいつと別れることなんてできない。俺にはもうあいつ以外にいないんだ。
That's so sweet. Now he's like, I don't want her to be alone, but if she's not with me, then I'm alone. I need her. That's just the kind of bastard I am. He's like, man, this is selfish. Because anyone could make her happy, but she's the only one that can make me happy at this point. Wow. I've already given up on so many things. Could have died like a dog and not cared. Yet now I desire something so much, it's like I'm a different person.
アルクエイドを愛してる。
He says it. As a man, I'm in love with everything about her.
でもそれ以上に俺は自分の手であいつを幸せにしてやりたい。 そのために自分の命が使われるのなら、それでいい。
She didn't even need. I love how she never really used her mystic eyes on him because she can charm anyone. It'd be a piece of cake, but she was able to charm Shiki even without using them, and that's kind of nice. It's really cool that she didn't use them on him when she had the chance to make him, you know, her puppet to, you know, help her in the fight against Vlove, but she loves Shiki, so she wants him to keep his free will, and this is what his free will led him to.
このままであいつに消えてほしくない。今はただそれだけなんだ。先輩。
Yeah, that's all it is. I care more about Arkwood than I do my own life. She's the sole purpose for which I was granted these eyes. I can say that with absolute certainty. Until we get to the other
他の誰でも
routes.
ですか。バカなこと言わないでください。他の誰にもできませんよ。だって、そんなことを言えるのは世界中で遠野くんだけみたいですから。
She's like, fine. Yeah, that's a good enough reason. I don't want you to go, but I can't stop you now. Ciel sighs deeply and shrugs her shoulders in exasperation.
先輩。
ちょっと頭にきちゃいました。彼女、もう十分幸せじゃないですか。
She wears a cynical smile, but her tone is gentle. Oh. Suddenly, I hear a noise from the window. The scraping of branches and twigs. Oh? あれ？
驚かないでいいですよ。彼女が立ち去っただけですから。さっきからおかしな違和感があったんですけど、やっぱりそうだったんですね。
Arkwood said bye to Shiki, but she had to check in on him. But now, after all that work that Shiki went to finding her, she's gone. Fuck! Ciel glances towards the window.
ロアより遠野くんの方を優先してきてたなんて、彼女らしくないですけど。まあ、これでロアの方を優先しているようでしたら、私がとどめを刺しに行き
She's
ま
like,
す。
yeah, you and Arkwood can't really kill Roa, but I'll go.
なんでアルクエドが俺の部屋なんかに来るんだよ。
遠野くんがロアにやられたから心配で見に来たんでしょう。私たちの話に聞き耳を立てていて、たった今ロアのところに行っちゃいましたけど。
She was worried for Shiki, but because we just got a whole bunch of exposition as well as information out, she knows exactly where he is, so it's gonna be D-Day today.
行ったってどうして？
当たり前じゃないですか。あんなこと聞いちゃったら、私だって同じ行動をとります。
Oh man, she's like
羨ましいけど、同じぐらい哀れですね。
damn, because they both feel so strongly towards each other. Shiki's like, I value her more than my own life. And Arkwood is also like, at this point, I value Shiki more than my own life. So I'm going to finish this before he gets hurt. While Shiki was also trying to do the same exact thing.
だからどうして？
遠野くんはアルクエドを助けたい。けどアルクエドは遠野くんを巻き込みたくない。なら答えは一つです。さて、これで諦めがついたでしょ。
Damn, that was cold, CL. You knew all this shit, but you're like, we're gonna get you to spill all the beans.
遠野くんがどう頑張ったところで、彼女には追いつけません。ですから、あとは私たちに任せて、
ふざけるな！
Gotta go. In a fit of rage, I grab at her collar. The short burst of movement is enough to get my head spinning, but I ignore the dizziness.
こうなると分かって、俺に理由を聞いたのか？
いいえ、私、遠野くんが彼女をそういう風に見てたなんて知りませんでした。
You know what? That is very fair. Yeah.
確かに。これは私の失策です。
Even so, her expression doesn't change. Her gaze is perfectly calm as I cling to her collar. This is pointless. Arkwood's already on her way. I've got more important things to do than blame CL.
彼女の後を追う。連れて行け。
そんな体の人の脅迫を聞くと思っているんですか？
Of course not.
知るか。言うことを聞かないなら、
I don't
ここでめちゃくちゃに暴れてやる。
I don't know if that'll work. even CL's like, really? After all I did for you? Really? You think you can take me on? You're basically crippled. Her expression crumbles. The stern face from before is replaced by one of quiet astonishment as she looks away and ponders for a moment. After a few seconds, CL breathes another heavy sigh.
その提案は魅力的ですけど、仕方ありません。
Oh, wow.
私の失策でもありますし、乗りかかった船ですから、こうなったら終着までお付き合いします。
She's like, okay, fine. This is why Akiha hates the church. Brother, no! CL Pink feels my fingers off her collar and comes around to my side. Time to princess carry you. Out the window.
それじゃあ連れて行ってあげますから、おとなしくしていてくださいね。
What? Nani? I don't even have time to be confused. CL picks me up, cradling me in her arms.
秋葉さんに見つかると止められますので、彼女と同じ方法で行きましょうか。
はい。ちょっと、シエル先輩。
Woo! There's a soft thud as she steps onto the windowsill. And a split second later, we leap out into the night. With the lone moon in the background. We spent the entire episode in Shiki's room, but we had a lot of information. Like a lot of information. Oh, we're getting something different now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop for this song is the opening song that was removed because of copyright stuff. I think it was by Riona. But it's an instrumental version of it, or more specifically a piano version of it. And yeah, it seems like we got a lot of information that answers a majority of the questions. I do have one question about Akiha that I probably won't say for a while, to be honest, because it might be spoilers for her own route. But yeah, I might talk about it at the end, maybe at the end of CL's route, because we're definitely gonna do it. I don't really know how copyright will work, but I definitely do want to do CL's route. But we got information about the original 3 children, the original situation 7 years ago with both Shiki's quote-unquote dying, and basically Rowa Shiki's motive and why he wants to kill our Shiki. And now we have we had the confrontation with CL, talked a lot about, Shiki's purpose, why he wants to do this, and it was just very sweet. I do think this is really close to the end of the game though. If I were to estimate, it's probably like 2 more episodes actually. So even though I asked a question about the manga stuff, I don't know if I'll be able to. I think I'm probably gonna finish before people get to respond to that question. But yeah, I want to stop for today. We'll continue off with this beautiful scene next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!